One of the most common questions I get asked when chatting about doing a yoga teacher training is, what one should I do? Should I do the in-person training or should I do the online training? So I just wanted to do a quick video to talk about the differences within the trainings and how they came about, really. So previous to COVID, a 200-hour training had to be completely in person. So somebody had to attend 200 hours to become a qualified 200-hour yoga teacher. And then obviously when COVID hit, things completely changed, and we had the option to take a training online. So we had a training booked in. So I thought, right, we're going to try and make this program online. And so I basically recorded all of the theory content on a video, and then any of the guest teachers that came in also recorded all of their content. So all of the theory content is exactly the same from in person to online. And then obviously in an in-person training, there would be quite a lot of discussion. So what we did is turn those discussions into little PDFs so that you can read the questions and then journal about it yourself. But then we also have live calls. So you've got 2 live calls every month. One of those is a theory call. So we discuss everything that you have learned from the theory side of things. And then one of those is a practical call. So we'll run through the sequence and we give you really detailed feedback on alignment, because we can obviously see if you've got your camera on where you are, what you might need a hand with. You can then practice teaching on those calls if you want to. So, you can basically stand up and practice teaching the class just as you would do in an in-person training. So the content is exactly the same. The only difference is the way that you're learning. So obviously you're not going to be with a group of people. You're going to be, at home, self-paced. So you're going to be doing it at your own time, which can be really useful for people working around busy jobs, families, whatever it might be. And you can take as long as you need to complete the training. So it's a 6-month course in total. And by that, I mean that it starts either in January and runs through to June, or then once that one is complete, it will start in July through to December. So the content will be complete within 6 months. So for example, the first live call is an introduction to yoga. And then from there, the other modules are kind of succinct within themselves. So it might be the history of yoga. It could be the science of yoga. It might be psychology and self-discovery. It could be anatomy. So you don't necessarily have to do them in that order. You can join the training at any time and just join the next live call. All the calls are recorded. So you can go onto the learning platform and look at the recordings of any of the calls that you've missed over any of the years that they've been done and catch up and gain extra knowledge from each version of the call. And you just work through the content in your own time. And then what you would need to do is once you've completed all of the content in those core modules and hopefully attended as many live calls as possible, then you would take your exam. So you have to have an exam for Yoga Alliance so that you can then get insurance to be able to teach. So the exam can be seen, which means that it's a quiz, okay, if you're doing it online. And you open it up from the day that you get access to your course, you can see what it is and you can practice and practice and practice. But it does have to be learnt. So one of your live call dates will be your theory exam. So you'll literally join the Zoom call like you do on any other call, and you share your screen or you just turn your phone so I can see your laptop and I can see that you are taking the exam from memory rather than Googling or have any of your books open. So you'll have had loads of time to practice it. You'll know what to expect and you'll be able to pass that. And then the practical exam is you teaching yoga, obviously. But so we asked for a 10-minute video of you teaching a yoga sequence, and all this information and the details is obviously on your learning platform. You'll be so ready by the time you get to that point, and you just send it over to me, and then I will use the marking criteria, which you have access to beforehand, so you can see what's going to be marked, but you'll be so used to it after doing it throughout the training. And I go through that and I give a load of feedback. And if out of 10 you hit all those marking criteria, then I can pass you and I'll send you a certificate. You can then send that to Yoga Alliance and to the insurance company and you're ready to go. If for any reason you don't hit that marking criteria and you don't hit the pass mark, then all you're going to do is get a load of feedback and then try again. So there really is, there's not a kind of like fail option. You just keep going until you're ready and we'll support you all the way. So there's the kind of online training format. There's a hybrid meeting option, so you can upgrade to join the hybrid meetings, which is basically where we just meet as a group once a month. So in the yoga studio in Worcester, the online training group come together. There's usually around like 30 to 40 people on that training, but the hybrid meetings is always a lot less, because when people sign up, they think, oh, I'm definitely going to attend the hybrid meetings. Then they realize they get so much from the online training and so much, alignment support and things that maybe they don't need it as much as they thought. So it's lovely. It's a small, intimate meetup where you can ask any questions that you have about your alignment, positioning, anything at all about the training, but just with some, real life connection with your course mates and also with your course leaders. So that's kind of the best of both. Obviously, the in-person training is different. It's the one that we've done forever. It's an incredible experience. I mean, there is nothing quite like it, in the sense that you are going to be in a group of up to 15 people. So we don't do a training if there's less than 5, and we don't accept more than 15 usually. So you're going to be in a group of people who are doing a training, sharing, really deep life experiences and realizations together. And it is intense. You will learn a lot about yourself in a small amount of time, but you will also transform. Your personal growth, is sky high in that time, and it really is an incredible experience. So the theory is exactly the same. It's just, it is a very different experience depending on what's possible for you. If you want it to be self-paced and work around what you've already got going on in your life, then the online option is absolutely perfect for you. If you have, those free windows of time where you're able to do it in person, then there is an incredible experience too. So those are kind of, the pros and cons, I guess, of both trainings. And then really it's just up to you to figure out which one works best for you. But as I say, I'm always here to chat the options through, to discuss anything that you might be worried about. So please just email, get in touch, or book in a free one-to-one call with me so we can chat it all through together. Okay, hope to speak to you soon.